Hello, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Sakura Knight 2. Yes, there's been sorts of complaints. Now, I was told the Sakura Succubus 2 is released already. Technically, I had both of those, but yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like it, but now we are getting into it, so let's start. The country of Lemuria is a peaceful one, but that wasn't always the case. Only a couple of decades prior, the people of this land lived in fear. They were ruled by the evil demon queen, Gunhild, who crushed all opposition with her army of monsters. The downtrodden populace began to lose hope. They feared that nobody would be able to stand up to Gunhild and her mighty forces. But then, a miracle happened. My mother, Cressida, assembled a party of warriors and she faced Gunhild head-on. Nobody believed that she would be able to best the demon queen. I need to watch out with the hand movement to not spill the tea again. But they were soon forced to eat their words. After a long and difficult battle, my mother emerged victorious. She struck the final blow, and Gunhild was defeated once and for all. 22 years of peace and harmony have passed since then. The Demon Queen might be gone, but knights and adventurers aren't completely obsolete. Each city and town has a guild wherein travelers can take on quests for extra coins. These quests typically involve slaying monsters which have been causing havoc near towns and villages. It's because of these adventures that the people of our country can live without fear. They nip threats in the bud and they help our country prosper. I want to be a knight too, just like my mother. It's been my dream ever since I was a child to take up a sword, don shiny plate armor and head off into the unknown. Unfortunately, my parents weren't very supportive of my dreams. They've always been incredibly overprotective.
Why do you need to go and fight, Estelle? I practice the art of sword so I could keep my future safe. Children safe. I hate if you got hurt.
That was what my mother always said, but after petitioning her, I was able to sway her. When my mother saw how serious I was about my humble dream, she relented. She handed me some money and her old sword, then bade me farewell.
Goodbye, Estelle. Please stay safe. Don't talk to any strange men.
And change your underwear every day.
Make sure to have regular baths.
Don't cross any bridges with trolls, believe them.
Write us letters as often as you can.
And remember that we love you.
You can come back home anytime you want. I'll welcome you with open arms.
And so it was. With a tearful embrace and a series of protracted, heartfelt goodbyes, I set off into the big, wide world to make my mark on history. In history. Whatever. I'll admit that, at the start of my journey, I ran into a few hiccups. My mom might have warned me not to speak to any strange men, but she didn't tell me not to speak to any strange woman. I got taken in by a swindly cat girl called Tart, who stole my mother's sword and all my money. Dazed and confused, I feared for the worst. Yeah, I mean the worst happened later, let's face it. But I was rescued from my unfortunate circumstances by... yeah, the one that is the most problematic of all and actually annoying of all, Felicia. The pair of us traveled to the biggest city in Lemuria, Grimoire. Yeah, by the way, Felicia really has something weird with her head. Very weird. We took on quests at the local guild, made friends with a wolf girl called Rune, who's the best girl, and then tracked down the nefarious Tart. We took my mother's sword back and all our money. We even managed to secure Tart's loyalty. Now we're a party of 4. Felicia, Rune, Tart, and I are going to take on as many quests as we can and make names for ourselves all across Lemuria. That is my dream. I'm nowhere near my mother's level yet, but I can't afford to give up. I'm going to practice my skills with a sword every day and slay many monsters until I can finally call myself a knight. My journey isn't just about fighting, however. During my travels I managed to forge a lot of new relationships. I'm particularly close to... Come on, we all know who I'm going to say. Of course, Rune. Let's face it. Well, I mean, she's a sweet wolf girl that Felicia and I met during a mission to gather the rare mysterious Luna Flora, a flower with healing properties. Rune was charged with guarding the cave where the Luna Flora dwelled. In the beginning she was rather hostile, but we've since grown closer. She's earnest and duty-driven, but she's not serious, she can't smile. Wait. Maybe not so serious would make sense more, but okay. She absolutely adores sweets, and the way her eyes light up when she eats crepes is adorable. Crepes? Whatever. Since Rune dislikes Tart, she sleeps in the inn with me. Tart and Felicia meanwhile share another room. Thanks to this sleeping arrangement, I probably spent the most time with Rune out of all the members of my party. Maybe that's what allowed our relationship to grow so close? She's a dear friend. For we've done so much together, I'm not sure if friendship really covers our relationship anymore. We've done some pretty intimate things together, actually. I mean, pillow fights. I still blush when I remember the night we shared together pillow fighting. I like Rune a good deal. I might even love her. But since that night we've not really spoken about our feelings. We haven't cuddled or kissed either. I guess the pillow fight resulted in some weird outcomes. It's all very confusing. But I'm appreciative of Rune's company all the same. Now that I have friends by my side, a sword in my hand and money in my purse, there is nothing I can't do. I am cautiously optimistic to see what the future holds, and I am determined to develop my skills. I might be thinking often about my future prospects, but I bet my mom and dad will be worried sick. Contrary to my mom's demands, I haven't written a single letter since I left home. I've been far too busy. I probably would be the same. I wonder if that makes me a bad daughter. Not really. I mean, you need to get your stuff together, right? So, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it. You will write once you have everything under control. I think it's not like I don't love my parents. That isn't the issue at all. I love my mom and dad very much. It's just sometimes, well, they can be a bit much. Still. I mean, unfortunately for you, it's not 21st century where you can just quickly text or give a call and so on. Now that things have calmed down, I really should write to them. I wonder where I put my parchment. I fish about in the drawer of my desk, unearthing some parchment, a pot of ink and quill. I dip my quill into the ink, then sit for a few moments, pondering how should I begin. Dear mom and dad would probably be a good place to start. Jeez, I don't know if I would be able to write a letter right now. I think the only time when I wrote actually a letter was in school. And it was literally on our lovely Polish language lessons. And it didn't make any sense, like the letter, you know. But whatever. If I don't even remember what it was about. The minutes tick by slowly. The scratch of my quill and Rune's soft snores. It's late at night and she's asleep, drift lazy in the air. Once I fill both sides of parchment with my handwriting, I decide to call it a night. I stand with my name with a flourish, then raise my arms above my hair. My fingers feel a little stiff after gripping my quill for so long, and there's a few spots of ink down the front of my clothes. Okay. I mean, I really am clumsy. I mean, it's doable with a pen to get yourself dirty. It's not your fault if the pen is sort of broken as well. It happens. The ink might spill out of it and so on. Anyway, I'm never going to be able to become a real knight if I can't handle a bit of letter writing. There's nothing compared to fighting enemies in the forest. You'd think for a girl who spent her childhood kneading dough, my stamina would be a bit better. I still need to work on that. I now pressing a hand to my mouth, tears wet in my eyes. I woke up in the middle of the night and tried, for I couldn't go back to sleep. It's still dark out right now, but a new day will dawn soon. Then Felicia will be up, rapping on my door in that familiar musical manner of hers. So she will be basically annoying. The four of us need to head off to the guild today, like every other day. I'm sure the guild mistress, Alex, her name is, will have a lot of new quests for us to take on. I have to do my best, so as not to let my party down. I can do it! Hey! No, you can't!
Yes, you can, you're so glad!
Whoa! I cry out, alarmed, as the body collides with my own. Now that I think about it, maybe for Estelle, I will not make any voices because I'm limited. And I don't remember the voice I'm making. For Rune, I think I remember, but whatever. Arms wind about my waist and the head rest against my chest. Using so much force, all there is knocked out my lungs. I didn't expect an onslaught like this. Not at this hour. It's a good thing I was able to keep my balance. I was very, very close to collapsing. Rune? I look at my assailant in surprise. Rune's head is resting on my bosom. She rubs her cheek against it. A blissful smile on her face, like an alchemist who just discovered how to turn lead into gold. Why does she look so happy? I doubt I have anything she hasn't seen before. Being danced like this is kind of embarrassing. But it's pretty nice too.
Are you right, Rune? Did something happen?
Maybe. Oh. Stop. Are you alright, Rune? Did something happen?
Maybe.
Rune looks up at me, blinking. Her eyes are very blue and bright, like sapphires.
Had a bad dream.
About what?
We in the forest. It was scary. Lots of monsters. Estelle got hurt. I cried out, tried to help, but couldn't. Don't want Estelle. I heard I protect you, keep you safe. You go, no, get hurt.
Rune's affection is a bit overwhelming, particularly so in the morning, but I think I understand why she's being so clingy. She must have been worried about me. How cute! It's alright, Rune. I'm here. It was just a bad dream.
Bad dream, but my dreams come true. They know things.
You mean their premonitions?
Premonition? Maybe. You should be careful.
It's rather warm, but Rune's warning sends a shiver down my spine regardless. Is it? It is, okay. Does it mean I'm in danger? Will I really get attacked by monsters? I still have a lot to learn, but so far I think I've done a pretty good job at holding my own. Let's say, yeah. Let's say. It's true that I still rely on Felicia a lot during battle, but my skills with a sword have improved somewhat. If I was surrounded by monsters, would I be able to win? All of a sudden, I'm not sure.
Estelle?
Rune peers in my eyes.
You okay?
I'm fine. I smiled at Rune in an attempt to pacify her. If I can better find, you don't need to worry.
You sure?
I'm sure. I'm going to be a knight like my mother. Remember, if any monsters sneak up on me, I'll send them flying. I run my hands through Rune's hair. My old hair. Hoping to calm her down. Rune's tresses are soft to touch, despite the many years she spent living in the woods, cut off from human society. Rune never ceases to amaze me. She's a wolf girl, but her grasp of Lemurian is surprisingly strong. She's been quick to adapt to human customs, and she's always eager to learn. Her quick intelligence, coupled with her battle capabilities and her sweet disposition, make her a very valuable ally and best girl. I just wish she didn't argue with Tart so often.
It's not a problem.
If not for their constant bickering, she'd be perfect. Okay, nobody's perfect, but she's still best girl.
Oh, I see nice. You smell good! But I can smell the cat!
Rune's nose wrinkles. She steps away from me, and finally, I can breathe. What are you talking about?
Esty, awake now. I am hungry. I want breakfast.
You're not the only one. My own stomach's rumbling too. I still feel a bit tired, and Rune's ominous portent has cast something of a pall over the morning. But not even my own anxieties are enough to quell my appetite. Let's meet up with Felicia and Tart. We can all get something to eat together. How does that sound?
Hurry!
You don't want to have breakfast?
I do. I'm hungry. Want to eat. But no, Tart. She eat. She's not bad. She make the food best taste best too. But I eat with her if I must. If you make me.
It's not a case of my making you do anything. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. But you should think about how this would make Tart feel. The four of us are a team. Tart might have betrayed you in the past, but she's doing her best to make amends. She's turned over a new leaf. We'll see if this will work. Can't you give her the benefit of the doubt?
Don't want to. I don't like her. She better marry a mean. But if it makes us happy, I try to do my best. I still don't like her for.
Goodness. Rune and Tart's enmity runs even deeper than I feared. The four of us have been together for about a week, but we still don't feel like a real team. I mean, it's only a week, so you know. I'd hoped Rune and Tart would learn to get along over time, but that hasn't happened. They continue to argue like, well, cats and dogs. Is it possible for them to ever become friends? Maybe. Find out. In a few minutes, maybe. Rune and I meet up with Felicia and Tart outside the inn. About half an hour has passed since our conversation earlier, and by this point the sun has already risen. The sky is clear and blue, and it looks like it's going to be a pleasant day. Once united, the four of us set off through Grimoire's cobblestone streets searching for something to eat. After some deliberation, we end up going to the same small bakery we often frequent. The food options here are varied enough to suit everybody's tastes, and what girl doesn't like sugar? Since I lived in a bakery most of my life, you'd think I'd be sick of flaky pastries and doughy loaves of bread, but that's not actually the case. The smell of baking bread is a nostalgic one, and coming here always makes me happy. Yeah, I totally understand. The smell of freshly baked bread. One of the best probably things you can smell. It doesn't hurt that the pastries at this bakery are particularly delicious. They never fail to make my mouth water. There's so much yummy food, it's hard for me to decide what to get. Hello.
Thank you for the patronage, everybody.
The woman who runs the bakery escorts our party of four to the door of her humble establishment, smiling as she does so. Since it's such a nice day, we decide to eat on the wooden tables situated outside the bakery. It was nice of the baker to see us off. I barely know her, but she's always been nice to us. Is she like a combination of... Okay, maybe combination doesn't sound good, but you know, elf and some devilish creature? I don't know. She's such a sweetheart. I mean, she looks like one.
I hope you enjoyed food. We will. I'm certain of that.
Felicia returns the baker's smile with one of her own.
Your choice buns are delicious. They're simply to die for. Why, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. It is not mere kindness. I'm telling the honest truth. Your baking is like nothing I have tasted before. Would you mind telling me the recipe? I enjoy baking myself, and I would love to recreate some of your items.
If you are good at that, you will recreate it without recipe.
Sorry, but no can do.
The baker grins and wags a finger at Felicia. Good choice, girl.
My recipes are top secret. I will give them out that easily. If you want to know how I make my pastry so flaky, you'll have to pry the truth from my cold dead hands. I warn you, Fawn, that I am tougher than I look. Don't think you can best me that easily. I used to be something of a hoodlum when I was younger, and I have a lot of fighting experience.
Really, I find it kind of hard to believe. The baker is a slight, slender woman. She doesn't look much like a warrior. She's not even wearing any armor. Because right now she's a baker. Of course she's not wearing armor when she's baking. Come on. She might have horns and a tail, but that's not so very unusual. A lot of different species coexist peacefully in Grimoire. From dwarves to ogres. There's nothing about this woman that particularly stands out. She looks ordinary in every single aspect. But nobody said that ordinary is not good. She must be teasing us. I'm certain it's the case, but Felicia seems only too happy to play along with her.
Oh no! I would not wish to harm a very young maiden like yourself.
She might be saying this, but we know her personality already.
I suppose I'll have to admit defeat for today at least. No.
She looks at Rune, Tart, and I, grinning as she clutches her bag of chew pastry to her chest.
Let us eat!
She doesn't need to tell us twice. I'm starving. I can't wait to dig in. I mean, the achievement popped up, so I kind of expect what is going to happen.
This is simply delicious.
Felicia sighs with pleasure as she eats her breakfast. I don't know if this can be considered breakfast. Her mouth and lips are spotted with whipped cream.
These 2 bones are simply divine, for they are rather messy to eat. Perhaps I should take off my armor before it gets there.
Don't you dare! No, you shouldn't.
Huh? Why not?
Do I really need to explain this to you? I cross my arms, scolding as I do so. I don't want Felicia stripping in public again. If she does, we'll get kicked out of the bakery for sure, and that would be a shame. Also, do I need to explain how much of a problem that will cause to me? I like this place and I don't want to be a person non grata. In public, people are supposed to keep their clothes on! That's pretty standard etiquette! As a princess, you should know this.
It'll be fine, my dear Estelle. You're too much. I'll still keep my skirt on at the very least. I would not want people staring at my
pineapple! I told her across Felicia quickly, lest she say something inappropriate. Old woman families frequent this bakery. I don't want Felicia scaring them off or making them cry.
Pineapple?
Felicia looks at me bemused.
Also, where I kept a pineapple beneath my skirt, that sounds like it would be painful.
Sorry, I'm fine. I just said the first P word that came to my head.
Is this some sort of game? Are we playing word association? What other words begin with P? Pastry. Panties. Pain.
There's something vastly disturbing about the bright, happy smile on Felicia's face when she says that. So much for being the princess. Hey, that's another word that starts with P. Why pain?
Oh, silly Estelle, I didn't mean pain. The physical agony sense. I was referring to bread.
What? You mean like pain or chocolates? I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, indeed.
Felicia giggles. I'm not exactly sure if I buy this. I don't. But I guess pain or chocolate is a little less worrisome than pain. At least this little board game seems to have taken Felicia's mind off her immoral intentions. Crisis averted. For now. For a few seconds there, I was terrified she was going to remove her armor. Felicia says there is no harm removing one's clothes around prying eyes. There is a lot of that. She says she's so beautiful the general populace should consider gazing up at her. I visit as some sort of reward. I've mentioned that in addition to being an airhead, she's kind of arrogant. She really is a catch. She's a lot of fun to be with. For despite herself, She's reliable, earnest, very good friend, but annoying. She was the first person I met on my journey. That's not true. The cat was the first one you met on your journey. And she's been a steadfast ally ever since. The cat is the one you met first. Even if, well, you didn't start as you should. Sometimes her weird behavior embarrasses me. Like, all the time. But maybe it's to be expected. She's a princess somehow. Elven princess at that. And she does know a lot about human culture. She still hasn't wicked that it's not socially acceptable to take off her clothes in the middle of a busy street, but at least she's learning. My party might be a strange one, but I wouldn't trade these girls for the world. I mean, 99... If you look at this team, 99% of being strange is who you see on the screen over here with pink hair. And so on. Once our breakfast has been consumed, the four of us laze around outside the bakery. Men and women bustle past. Lost amidst the throng of city life, they all look busy. I wonder if they are on their way to work. Speaking of which, we should probably go to work too. The guild will be open by now, and they don't want us to miss out on any potential jobs. I voice the concerns to Felicia, who's been the de facto leader, and she nods.
You're right, of course, my dear Estelle. We should head to the Adventurers Guild in due course. But first I wish to propose something.
Like what?
We'll be taking on quests together since we first arrived in the city. As you had no sword of your own, I had to do much of the fighting for us. That didn't bother me, of course, as a princess, it is my duty. To help those less fortunate than yourself.
Tart rolls her eyes, but she's smiling, and I think her words are in a good humor.
Yeah. Like I haven't heard it dozens of times before. You're in dire need of some new character traits, sweetie.
Well, I have no idea what you mean. I think I'm very interesting. Multi-faced, yes. Character. Thank you very much.
Of course you do. You're biased. You say that.
Honestly, I think Felicia might be a bit too multifaceted. She's an exhibitionist and an airhead. But she's surprisingly good with a sword and absolutely loves to listen to herself talk. Yeah, I mean, the last one is not really a good trait. What sort of character is Felicia anyway? I can't get a clear read on her. Maybe she's just weird. Very. Let's settle on that.
An event. Now Mother's sword has been retrieved. Estelle should be able to fight your own battles. You no longer need me to protect you. Of course, I would like to aid you whenever possible. And wherever possible as well. But I don't want to smother you either. If I'm too overprotective, your own abilities will never get a chance to develop. That is why I think I should sit out for today's adventuring. I don't want to hamper your development further. What do you think about that?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, it sounds a little scary. I guess I've grown used to being with you. I trust and I know I'll be safe when we're together. I appreciate your company a lot, Felicia. But I think you're right. I've been relying on you too much. If I'm ever going to be a knight like my mother, I will need to learn to stand my two own feet. I know I changed it. Whatever. I'll take up my sword, and I will slay every single enemy that stands before me. I can do it. Even without your help, I'm going to do my best.
Nicely spoken. I know you can do it, Estelle. I have faith in you. You might be unskilled, but you make up for that with your determination. I shall cheer you on from a distance. Our hearts will always be linked, whether I'm by your side or not.
Right. Thank you, Felicia. I'll do my best. Though I don't fight on my own. Would it be alright if Rune or Tart accompanied me?
That should be fun, yeah. They need some combat experience too. I wonder what they think about my proposal. Don't mind, I can fight. I help Bestie, she's my friend. Yeah, how pure-hearted you all are. I seem rather surprised by these events. Do you trust me enough to go adventuring with me, just the two of us? That is awfully bold of you. Aren't you afraid I'll betray you again?
No, I'm not. I have faith in you. You're a member of our party now, and I know you'll do the right thing. I know you have more integrity than you like to pretend.
That is a very sweet sentiment. You're adorable. For that's precisely why it was so easy for me to steal you from you in the first place.
You wouldn't steal from me. I wouldn't let you even if you tried. We're going to reform you, whether you like it or not.
My, how forceful you are. That sounded almost like a threat. Well, I must say, I don't dislike pushy women. In fact, I find them quite attractive.
Tart licks her lower lip with her tongue. My first burns in his bones. Tart might be a member of our team now, but I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about her. I do trust her, sort of. But her flirtatious nature is hard for me to deal with. She seems to delight in teasing me. Her favorite pastime, beyond swindling stupid people, must be making cute girls blush. Not that I'm particularly cute. I could say that. You can't, Estelle.
You can stand to be even firmer with me, Estelle. If I'm naughty, I'll let you punish me. That sounds like a lot of fun. You know, like when I pushed you. You screamed. Is it okay now?
No.
It's okay to push me around in very specific circumstances. Like lewd escapades, amorous encounters, ravishments. I'm all for a bit of role-playing, but I don't want to get genuinely hurt, you little monster. I'm a monster? Yeah, you are. You're far too rough. You even tried to drown me once. You deserve. You annoying. What? So you still have a crack, even after this way soppy story. You're a tough nut to crack. Rock your first. Crack your head. Smack. I'd like to see you try, you little pig squeak. That an invitation? Bring it on.
Alright, you two, calm down. We're getting off topic here. Felicia, who's somehow become the voice of reason, comes between the two bickering animal girls before they can start flicking nails and scratching out eyes. So Estelle, the choice is up to you. Who do you want to go adventuring with today?
Well, let me see.
It would be nice if I could go adventuring with Tart and Rune, but I don't know. Don't know, really, how possible that is. We're all on the same side now, but we're acting like sworn enemies. I'll have to pick one or the other. But which do I trust the most? Go on a quest with Tart, go on a quest with Rune. Maybe I should go on my own after all. I mean, I guess that's also an option, but I'm choosing the best girl. Go on a quest with Rune. But that we'll get in the next episode, maybe. Let's end it here. We'll continue tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. And Sakura Knight 2 its own. I don't know how long this game is for. I wonder. Probably just like usual, right? Maybe 10 episodes. Well, never mind. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.